Good morning. I'm already doing deep breathing exercises this morning. All right, let's see if anybody joins us. Let me remind my coworkers here. Oh, and let me check and make sure it went live on YouTube, because sometimes it doesn't. Isn't that lovely? How's everybody's morning? You gonna make it? Oh, it doesn't look like it's there. Why isn't it there? Oh, good morning, Miriam. I like that you're putting off your grocery store run for me. Miriam, you're on YouTube, but I don't see it on YouTube, so hopefully it's working. It says it's working. So there you go. Weird that I can't see it, huh? Anyway, good morning. All right, let's get back over to here and see if I can find me on the Facebook page. Oh, Tasha sees me. That's good. All right. Oh, like I said, this morning I'm already doing some deep breathing exercises. It's a little rough, not gonna lie. All right. I got somebody seeing me on YouTube. It gives me oh, that's kind of cool. I feel really important, Miriam. I need an app. Too bad I don't know how to do that. I actually know people who do though, and we talk about it, but then I'm like, I don't use a lot of apps. Like I don't know. Anyway, we talk about it. My brother and I. He knows how to do things like that. Okay, so this morning's been a little rough. I was up a little too late because I'm not that bright. And then, good morning, everybody. And then I ended up, on Tuesdays, I don't know how many of you guys know this, my husband travels, and so I have to get all the kids up between 6 and 6:30 and get them all out the door by 7:15/7:45, like this morning. And it's just ugly and not like the picturesque life that I would like to lead. I mean, I know it's not real life when you say things like that, but at the same time, it's stressful, and then everybody ends up screaming at each other in the car, and I'm like, I just need more coffee. Yes. Okay, so that's my life. Woe is me. It's fantastic. This morning, I have a couple things on my list to talk about. Thank you all for joining me. The biggest news we have this morning is the men's Raglan has been released. It was released this morning once Tasha and I both woke up, put the final touches on it. It's fantastic. It is super versatile. I think that the men in your life are going to love it. For me, I love being able to sew things for the men in my life that are quick and easy, because they don't like to try on a lot of things. Like all the men in my life, like my husband's in between a medium and a large. So like occasionally I have to do a little bit of fitting for him, but so far, in our pattern so far, he's pretty easy to sew for. Same with my dad. I haven't sewn that much for him, frankly. But I get stressed out when I sew for other people, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and so I tend to not sew for other people. So I love the idea of having a few more options beyond boxer shorts, because I'm not making boxer shorts for my brother. That's weird. And it's not weird. Sorry, I'm sharing my opinion, but I think my brother would laugh, especially if I had a good fabric. But anyway, I digress. He can make his own boxer shorts. We have pajama pants, of course, and we have the hangout hoodie, which, the halftime hoodie. Oh my gosh, I'm so brain dead this morning. The halftime hoodie, and it's fantastic. And I actually have made that for my 95-year-old grandfather, and that went over really well. Okay, so the men's Raglan has a bunch of different options, like sleeve lengths, a hooded option, a V-neck that's really handsome, actually, and thumbhole cuffs, regular cuffs and thumbhole cuffs. So check it out. It's on sale through next Sunday, and it can also be bundled with the Rocket Raglan. Now we have a whole family of Raglans. I'm pretty excited about that, because that is my favorite style shirt to wear. I'm actually wearing one right now. That's funny. I'm wearing the Nancy Raglan. I have pretty broad shoulders, And I do a broad shoulder adjustment for this, but for whatever reason, like, I have always preferred Raglans over regular t-shirts. They just fit me better, and I really like them. So there you go. So show Tasha some love, because this is her second pattern, and it is a labor of love. All patterns are a labor of love. I think that, yeah, it's so many hours, and if you ever add up how many hours you spend versus how much you sell the pattern for, it blows my mind. It's a lot. So anyway, moving right on. We had, one thing, I'm going to talk about something happy first. So I had an opportunity to check my post office box. It was awesome. It was awesome. My whole family was like really surprised that people actually sent me postcards. But I got some really, really cute ones. I'm obsessed with Colorado, so I loved all the ones from Colorado. And then a couple people sent me ones from like that they had for a long time, which I thought was pretty neat. But it was really like more than just what's on the outside of the postcard. I really enjoyed the messages. Like it really, it made my day. Like it made me feel so much joy that people were willing to take a little bit of time out of their day to share some love with me. And it did make me feel like I'm getting somewhere, like I'm building a community of people who are actively searching for that sort of connection. So beyond that, I also got an email this week in response to my newsletter. So most of you know that I'm a horrible procrastinator. Okay, that's not entirely true. I'm like making self-deprecating jokes, but it's also exhaustion. I am a procrastinator, not horribly so. I actually try and do all my work before like just vegging, but I love my work, and so I end up just working all the time. Oh, Louisa, I hope it does too. And I also have one coming from Denmark. Heidi sent me one, and I haven't gotten it yet either, so I'm really excited to get that one too. I forgot what I was saying. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. That's ridiculous, and I don't even have somebody here to remind me. That's sad. Okay, anyway. Oh, they sent me an email response to my newsletter last week. So usually I write the newsletter late on Thursday night so that I can sort of collect all of my thoughts and like I'm at my, I'd like to say wittiest, but it's probably like zaniest at around 11 to midnight. And so that's when I typically write the newsletter. Last week something happened and I just like didn't. I was like, I gotta do this the next morning. And so I did it on Friday morning, which usually means less people open it, like unless I get it out super early for whatever reason, people don't see it. And but I got a response, and it said, I'm going to paraphrase here, that she felt like it was me writing a friend. And that, I mean, like, as far as praise goes and as far as compliments go, that was like, it made my weekend. It was like, I'm going to get a little teary-eyed on you again. Anyway. So that was really nice news. Like, it makes me feel like I'm following this idea in my head and I am reaching people, which is just awesome. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, but we did get a complaint this week. And maybe not a complaint. That might be harsh. But it was like, why did I buy this pattern and it didn't come with something to cover my butt? So here's the thing. I sell swim separates because I really like to offer a pattern that can be used as a lot of different things, because I am a frugal person deep down. And so one thing I wanted to be able to do, like for our ultimate bikini bottoms, it's not just a bikini bottom where you sew the elastic, turn it to the inside, top stitch, and you're done. It has like a maternity rise height, a low rise, a mid rise, a high rise, a skirt option, all of these different options, like all into one pattern. I couldn't offer all of those options if I also offered a top with that same bikini bottom. And then what would end up happening is I would have, say, the agility. I'm going to put one of my most popular patterns out there with a bikini bottom. But a lot of people like to wear the agility with the riptide reversible bottoms. And so in order to mix and match, like, things would get lost in the shuffle unless I re-tagged them as their own pattern too. And it just, like, I like to offer swim separates. I like stores that offer me swim separates because frankly, I'm a little mini pear and I'm a different shape on top than I am on the bottom. So I like to be able to pick my sizes. And I like a bikini bottom versus the Riptide reversible shorties. Or actually, I love the Riptide. I own those in several. But like, you know what I mean? Like I like, depending on what top I'm wearing, I like a different bottom. I like to make different styles that all mix and match. I like them reversible. That is a special thing in my life. So we do swim separates. Right now, I have a swim pattern in testing. It's going really well. One thing that I always struggle with is, so I'm using women that we have a new tester pool. There's a ton of women in the tester pool. It's amazing. Talking about feeling loved. I don't know a lot of these people. So I would say a percentage of them have tested for me before, or I've seen their works in other groups. Oh my gosh, I have a frog in my throat. Excuse me. And I don't even have my coffee here in the room. You know I'm tired when. But knowing my peccadillos and tester peccadillos and like sizes of different bodies, like sometimes I'm trying to think of my own sizes. I actually all fit into one size range, crazy enough. But I know my kids. I'm going to pick on one of my kids. Okay, so I have a 10-year-old who has the height of a 10 to 12-year-old and the chest of a 8 and the waist of like a 4 to 6 and the hips of maybe 6 to 8. I don't have it in front of me. But so she's kind of all over the map. I have 6 kids. Unless I'm making her a wedding dress one day, like 30 years out. I'm not grading. Like, no. Even if I'm doing a bathing suit or a leotard, I'm doing like a girth measurement, I'm calling it a day. Okay, so like for a bikini top, I will do her chest size with like the height of a 10-year-old, or I'll just do a size 10 with tighter elastic because like she's 10. There's nothing, inappropriate. There's nothing, she doesn't complain. It fits her better than the one she'd buy at Target or Justice, so it's a win. So there was a point to all this. The point is that like as we're testing, I find myself like not immediately making changes to the pattern because it's a design issue sometimes, and like there's so many nuances to like what works for one person, what doesn't work for another, and different body shapes, and maybe this person has a sway back. A sway back can really change the look and feel of a pattern, or maybe their hips are in a different size, or maybe. And so it's sort of like this Rubik's Cube, right? And it's part of the challenge of pattern designing. I'm talking with my hands a lot today. I enjoy it. I enjoy that challenge. I enjoy, it's what makes it fun, but it also can lead me to eating an entire bag of chocolate, or drinking too heavily. I'm not gonna lie. So it's stressful and fun, and I'm not a surgeon or anything, but like, I dig it. Anyway, this test, I'm really lucky. I have a couple of women, not a couple. I have a pretty awesome group, and they're going through the tutorial and like nitpicking everything, and like it all leads to a better product in the end. And so I love that. The other thing that I noticed this week is we have Stephanie, who has posted on her blog, The Sarcastic Sewist. She did another version of the Diane joggers. It's this month she made a work version, so with pockets. The Diane joggers are super awesome because it's a jogger pattern, so it can be like for everyday wear, but it also has a yoke in the back, so it's not just a gathered. I don't want to say anything rude because you might like it, like that look, but like it looks much better than say sweatpants you'd buy at Walmart. We'll go that route. So that's pretty cool. The other things I'm working on this week are I'm trying to get an Instagrammer's attention. So let me show you this piece of fabric. Ooh. Oh my gosh, did you see that by the way? Nope, wrong way. So I have a whiteboard in my office, and usually it has like strategic patterns I want to work on, or goals, or I don't know. Please don't write on this. Different things on it. And our whole house has been tagged by the baby, by Stella. She's like a ninja. She is a marker ninja. We have 6 kids. We've never had anybody mark on the walls before, which I think is really lucky. Like, even when we read Skippy John Jones and the guy was like drawn all over the walls, my kids were horrified. And I mean, my house is not clean, so I don't know what that's about. But yeah, tag, you're it, because she got me. So let's move back. Wrong way. Let's move back to this part. Every wall in the house, I feel like at this point. The door to my office, like every time I turn around, she has found a marker somewhere. Now, it doesn't help that a lot of my kids are way into art. So we have art of all kinds and, you know, we have markers everywhere. So and I'm not a good enough housekeeper to keep them put up somewhere the baby can't reach. That doesn't happen. Anyway, moving right along. So I'm working on, I can't show you a lot of it. Oh, it's upside down. Anyway. I'm working on Rochelle's pattern for the bundle sale that we're going to be a part of coming up. And I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to say anything exciting. But I'm trying to get this guy named Mr. Domestic on Instagram. I'm trying to get his attention as like a marketing play. And I'm sharing this with you just because like I'm not a marketing major. And so like learning about how this side of the business and like I actually had a woman, I should show you this. I wonder if I could show you quickly. I had a woman at the preschool who's a photographer who I know 4 to 5, including my mother, people who are into photography or do it professionally. And yet I've never had headshots done. And so like it comes up every now and then. Like we sell patterns on the maternity sewing group and they're like, we really need a headshot for you. And they steal it from somewhere and it's like grainy and out of focus and everything. It's ridiculous. Why isn't that working? It's so funny to me. But anyway, so this woman at the preschool, she just made it happen. She's like, come tomorrow and I'll get a headshot of you. And I look like a grown-up. I look dressed and everything. Let's see if I can figure out how to show you this. Hold on. Go back to eCam. This page. Yes. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see it or not. I think you can. But it's lovely. And so she did. Wait, why isn't it? Lord. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Hold on. Here we go. So she did several. Can you see them? And look at that. I'm clean. I'm wearing a Nancy Raglan, my favorite one this season. And I look a little cold in this last one. But it took less than 5 minutes. And it was amazing. So let's go back to eCam and see if I can switch this back somehow. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to switch it back. I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's awesome. Oh, here we go. So I'm like pumped. The headshots look amazing. I think she actually like added makeup, which is fantastic because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never worn a lot of makeup. So I'm actually going to have her take pictures. I was going to do one twin because if you have twins, you should know better. This was a rookie twin mom mistake. I really should have just like planned from the get-go to do pictures of the twins together, right? But at the same time, like, that's 2 dresses. I mean, I have very limited time and resources. Not resources. I just have very limited time to sew and, like, get pictures done and everything. And so it came up. And one of my twins has sensory issues. So, like, I have to be really careful about, like, what's touching her belly and what kinds of patterns she likes. And she already is like, can we lower the waist and have a drop waist and a circle skirt? I'm like, honey, you're 6. No. See how I just said a while ago that my 10-year-old, like, doesn't notice and I can put tighter elastic on it and she's happy? 6-year-old? Not so much. Anyway, so Mr. Domestic, he has this beautiful fabric line. There's another one around here somewhere. I'm drawing a blank, as usual. Where'd it go? Anyway, it's super fun and it's super gorgeous and I'm really excited. I think we're going to try for Friday. I was supposed to have it done last weekend. It didn't happen. Yeah. Okay. But we're going to try for Friday. And she's actually going to take pictures of my studio. So when you see clean pictures of my studio, just pretend that it always looks like that. She actually said on the phone this morning, it should only take about an hour. And I laughed. I was like, yeah, 30 minutes to move my crap around and 30 minutes for me to look cute. So Christy said this morning, I said, hey, I got to put my hair in a ponytail so it looks like I didn't roll right out of bed. And she's like, oh, you're keeping it real. And I'm like, I think people enjoy that about me, that I have no problem keeping it real. But as far as like running a business and selling an image, like I think I could stand to do a little bit of the fake Instagram selfie girl every now and then. Except I would end up like looking more like, I want to say a joke, but like, I don't, anyway, I would end up making a fool of myself and looking ridiculous because that's what I'm really good at. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy laughing, not so much looking like, oh, I don't know. I'm not good at it. So I focus on my kids. Okay, so that's what's going on in my little neck of the woods. I have, so much. I'm excited about this swim pattern. As part of the separates line, it has a dress. And you guys know how much I love summer dresses. I can't start for it to be above 70 degrees and me to start showing my legs again. I'm ready. For those of you who live in the frozen tundra, I'm hoping it gets above 0. Anyway, as always, thank you for joining us. Take a look at the Ryan Raglan. Hopefully you love what you see. Thank you to all of our testers who made that possible. And until next week, don't forget, if you're on YouTube, if you could like and subscribe, that like really helps us get seen by other people and shares the love a little bit. All right. Thank you. See you guys next week.